You're the good one. You're kind, you're competent, and you're always there when someone calls. Everyone seems to value you. They say they need you. But in reality, you feel more profoundly lonely than the people society has actually cast out. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The person who always says yes is, ironically, the easiest one to overlook. Think about Mark. He's that guy at the office, the one who stays late to help you fix your spreadsheet, the one who organizes the team lunches, the reliable one. Everyone loves Mark. But when Mark goes home to an empty apartment on a Tuesday night, how many people actually text him to ask how he is doing? 0. None. Why? Because you seem too strong to need care. Psychologists have been warning us, loneliness doesn't always look like isolation. Sometimes it looks like a person who has 500 friends but hasn't had a real conversation about their feelings in 6 months. It's called the helper paradox. And today, we're going to look at the new 2026 data that shows why this isn't just sad, it's actually dangerous for your heart, and how something as simple as species richness in your neighborhood might be the key to breaking the cycle. Now, let's talk about why your kindness is making you lonely. So, why does this happen? Social psychologist Natalie Kerr points out something called the default helper syndrome. When you're always the one fixing things, others stop seeing you as a human being with needs and start treating you like a steady utility. Like a faucet. You expect water to come out, but you never ask the faucet if it's thirsty, right? And here's where it gets scary. Loneliness isn't just a bad mood that you can sleep off. The US Surgeon General has issued a formal warning. Social isolation is a biological wrecking ball. We're talking about a 29% higher risk of heart disease and a 32% higher risk of stroke. Yeah, you heard that right. The World Health Organization is being even more blunt. They estimate that nearly 871,000 deaths a year are linked to loneliness. But it's not just your heart. It's your brain. When you're lonely for too long, your mind becomes hyper-vigilant. You start scanning every conversation for rejection cues. If a friend doesn't text back in 10 minutes, your brain screams, "See? They don't actually care about you." It's a dark, downward spiral. And for the reliable ones, this hit is twice as hard because you're already exhausted from carrying everyone else's baggage. It's what we call the helper's catch. You're making everyone else less lonely, while you yourself are drowning in a crowd. But wait, there's a weird green light at the end of this tunnel. New research from 2026 is showing us that the cure might not just be in people, but in the very dirt beneath our feet. Let's look at the Porto study. Okay, so we know the problem. Being the strong one is literally breaking our hearts. But here is where it gets fascinating. A brand new 2026 study published in the journal Health and Place followed 657 adults in Porto, Portugal. They used the UCLA loneliness scale, where a score over 32 means you're in the high loneliness red zone. And they found something that sounds like it's out of a sci-fi movie. It's not just about going outside. It's about biodiversity. The researchers discovered that people living within just 328 feet of dense vegetation reported significantly lower loneliness. But here's the kicker. It wasn't just green grass. It was species richness. Think about it. A flat, boring lawn is green, yeah, but it feels empty. It's like a silent room, but a space with different birds, diverse plants, and buzzing insects, it feels alive. Take Liam, for example. He's a freelance developer, 30, lives in a concrete jungle in Chicago. He's the tech guy everyone calls when their laptop dies. He was burnt out and lonely. He started walking in a small, wild community garden instead of just a manicured park. Why? Because seeing a variety of life, different colors, different sounds, tricks the brain into feeling like it's part of a larger community of living things. The study even found that higher species richness within about 1,000 to 1,600 feet of your home has a massive impact on your mental resilience. So, it turns out, the birds and the bees aren't just for the ecosystem. They are literally a shield for your lonely brain. So, does this mean we should all just go talk to a tree and call it a day? Well, not exactly. The real magic happens when we combine nature with what experts call social infrastructure. A 2025 synthesis of 50 studies found that community gardens are like social matches. They don't just grow tomatoes. They build social capital. But, and this is a big but, we have to be careful. In these community projects, you can often see the helper paradox in real time. Look at the garden. You'll see the same 3 people pulling weeds and fixing the irrigation, while everyone else is just chatting. If you're one of those 3 people, the garden can actually become another source of burnout. Think about a pocket park in your neighborhood. If it's just a patch of grass with no benches and bad lighting, it stays empty. It's useless. But if you add a shaded sidewalk, a few comfortable places to pause, and some diverse plants, that rushed morning commute suddenly turns into a 3-minute chat with a neighbor. It's about creating low-pressure social zones. Yeah, for someone who is already scanning for rejection, a big party is terrifying. But a community planting day? That's different. You're working side by side, your hands are in the dirt, and you're looking at the plants, not staring intensely at each other's faces. The pressure is off. It turns out urban greening isn't just a climate tool to cool down our cities, which it is, by the way, thanks to evapotranspiration. But it's a tool to cool down our social anxiety too. When we build greener streets, we aren't just cutting CO2. We're building spaces where it's finally easy to belong. Before I wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Loneliness is often invisible, and that's what makes it so dangerous. For the strong ones watching this, I know reaching out feels riskier than it looks. You've spent so long being the anchor that you've forgotten how to ask for a life jacket. And for everyone else, please, look around. Check in on that person in your life who has it all figured out. The one who always helps, who always says yes, who seems bulletproof. Don't just send a "you good" text. That falls flat. Actually call them. Invite them for a walk in a park, a diverse park, remember? Do it without asking for a favor. Do it just because they exist. If you found a piece of yourself in today's video, or if this made you think of a Mark or a Sarah in your life, please hit that subscribe button. Here at PsychPrac, we're not just talking about theories. We're trying to build a community where the reliable ones can finally rest. Share this with that one friend who is always there for you. Let them know you see them. Yeah, the world needs more kindness, but it also needs us to take care of the people providing that kindness. I'm Momo, and this is PsychPrac. Go outside, find some species richness, and reach out to a friend today. I'll see you in the next one.